Hey, it's Monday, May 20th. We are having some crazy gusts of wind and it just started sprinkling and it's in May, which is way too soon for our monsoon season. We have a large trampoline. The kids have just been staring out the window, petrified that we're going to lose it. If you follow me on Instagram at all over the past few years, you'll know that we have lost 2 trampolines because of our windy season, the monsoon season, or haboobs coming. And the kids are traumatized. The first time we lost the trampoline, oh my gosh, we all started crying. It was so emotional. It slammed into our house. It was such a bad storm. Our trampoline was way over there and it flew across our yard, slammed into our house, broke our roof, and then flew over into our neighbor's yard. It was in the middle of the night and I just looked at Scott and I just started crying. I was like, the kids are gonna be so devastated, the trampoline is gone. And then last year, we lost it again. It flew into the kids' playhouse, which was next to the trampoline. And it survived for like 2 or 3 more months after that. And then because of the damage from it, it just completely broke and we couldn't use it again. So this trampoline, Scott's parents got them for Christmas and it's a really nice one. It's nicer than the first 2 were. We love it so much, and so we are praying that it doesn't blow away. Scott's not here right now to tie it down. I wouldn't know how to do it. He's on his way home, so if it keeps being windy, he might have to. Winnie was so funny. She's like, Mom, I gotta go outside. And I looked at the window and all of our plastic lawn chairs have flown across the yard. Tree branches are about to start falling down. Our outdoor rug is flying around. And she's like, I gotta go. I gotta save the trampoline. And I was like, Winnie, you can't, it's not safe. She's like, Mom, I've got to. It's my job to make sure it doesn't blow away. And I was like, Winnie, if it starts blowing away, I will try my best to go and tie it down. Also, like, she was very serious about it. And I was like, dude, I don't want to crush your spirit, but you just can't go out there. It's definitely not safe. I did cut my hair this morning. I have just not been feeling very good about myself lately. Actually, that's not true. When I look in the mirror, I feel actually pretty confident and good about myself. And then when I look at these videos of me, I'm like, ew. And I know they always say the camera adds 10 pounds. Oh my gosh. That was a huge gust. But it's okay. Our trampoline is still standing. Anyways, I know they say the camera adds 10 pounds, but wow, it really has been getting me lately and I've been feeling so insecure. So I cut some bangs because I was looking at pictures of Willie from when she was first born and I had bangs and I really liked how it looked. So I cut bangs again this morning, casually. Oh no! Oh my gosh. No, our basketball hoop is about to flip over. Why is this happening? What do you think happened?
The crystal dropped or it broke? The crystal dropped or then landed on her feet, or the crystal dropped and broke. I'll come back with it.
That's so crazy. Being attacked. Listen, a lot has happened the last week. I don't really know where to start. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just gonna start talking and we'll see where we end. Tomorrow I am heading to Comic-Con with my mother and I am so extremely excited about it. This is going to be like our 10th or 11th year going. This is going to be the first year we've gone in like 7 or 8 years without a child, which is going to be really fun. But I'm also really nervous. I'm not even taking the baby. She is about 1.5 years. Well, she's 16 months. So she'll be fine without me. I'm really nervous about not taking her and leaving her with Scott. But I know that she's gonna be happier here because she can run around where she'll be in a carrier pretty much the entire day if we take her. And we're taking the kids on Saturday. Our Comic-Con in Arizona is called Phoenix Fan Fusion. It used to be called Phoenix Comic-Con, but we are not allowed to use that title anymore because they don't want to be associated with our Comic-Con because it's been going downhill for like the past 7 years. I bought costumes for Scott and the kids to wear for Saturday. Scott is going to be Ash, Winnie's going to be Pikachu, Atticus is going to be Squirtle, and Wilder's going to be Charizard. And it's going to be so cute. I, however, am not dressing up, which is a little bit of a bummer because if you know me, you know that my favorite thing to do is dress up or cosplay. I don't get to do it very often because I'm always breastfeeding or wearing a baby. There are a lot of costumes you can find that are baby wearing friendly, but there are not a lot of costumes that are breastfeeding friendly. I had a costume idea I was super excited about, but there was just no way I was going to be able to nurse her comfortably throughout the day. And it also needed to be super easy because I'm also going to be juggling 3 kids in a very busy environment. So I decided I wasn't going to stress me or her out and I'm just going to wear normal civilian clothes, which is a lot less fun. But I'm going to have my entire life to dress up and cosplay, and so It'll be okay. That's just something that I try to think about a lot of times. We are very like active people with our kids. We do everything with them. We don't do babysitters. We homeschool them. They come with us everywhere we go. And I think it's easy to be like, I wish our kids could just do X, Y, Z, but we're in a very special time in our lives where our kids depend on us a lot. And in a few years, they're not going to want to hang out with us as much. And I chose to do this. I chose to have these babies. I love having them here. I chose to have them here. I never want to feel like resentful or bummed out that I have to do things differently than other people because we have 4 young kids. And so I don't know if I'm coming across the way I want to, but I'm really happy to take them to Comic-Con, and I'm totally okay with not dressing up. I think it's important to start doing traditions and set expectations for what you want your life to look like when they're young, even when it's hard and it's not as fun as it could be, because that is what makes traditions, and it's so fun to take them every year. Last year I just took the baby. Obviously COVID made some things weird for a while, but Winnie has gone, Atticus has gone a few times, but I think this is gonna be Wilder's first year. I think he's gonna love it, but the baby went last year. Scott doesn't often go with us. It's usually just me and my mom, so it'll be really fun that he gets to go. I'm really excited, and I'm really excited for them to dress up. I think it's gonna be so cute for it to be Ash with all his little Pokemon. I was gonna go as like Nurse Joy or Officer Jenny, but again, that was not breastfeeding friendly, and I would have to make a bunch of modifications to the costume to make it breastfeeding friendly, and I just didn't have it in me. Plus, I am not a dress person. I don't feel very comfortable wearing dresses, so I just didn't want to make myself uncomfortable all day. I am going to tell you what I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading When the Moon Hatched. I can't remember the author's name. Does it tell me? I've been reading this book for about a week and a half. It is 718 pages long. It's on Kindle Unlimited if you have access to that. I also have the physical copy because my mom read it, but I've been reading this book for a week and a half, and it is extremely good, but it just started getting good. I'm on page 400 out of 700. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Probably finish it tomorrow. This is one of those books where it took a while to get into it. It's pretty intense fantasy, a pretty unique magic system. There's a lot going on, and so it's one of those books where it takes a while to understand where you're at. You're like really disoriented for the first 200, 300 pages. Into it, you're like, this is gonna be my favorite book I've ever read. So I'm really excited about it. It is gonna be a series, but they haven't announced when the next one's going to be. I'm also working on knitting Scott a birthday present. It's not very far right now, so I'll show you when I have more to show you. I have been spending a lot of my time doing that instead of reading the last 2 days. And while I have been knitting, I have been listening to a audiobook that I have been listening to for over a month. It's called Wayward by Amelia Hart. It is, let's see, I don't know if it'll focus. It is actually really interesting because it is like 3 different women, but they are all from the same family, just over different generations. It's a really beautiful story. Like I said, it's taken me a month or over a month to listen to, and I'm not even done yet, but it's not because it's not interesting. I actually really, really love this book. I just don't listen to audiobooks very often because I don't knit or spin or sew very often anymore, but when I do, this is what I listen to, and I honestly really love it. Scott has the big kids outside. Like I said, the baby's napping, so I'm gonna sit and try to knit for a little bit and listen to my audiobook, and I will probably not get very far because I don't have the attention span to knit for as long as I used to. I just find it kind of boring. Was raised out in the cold. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just picked up my phone and the next Percy Jackson book is ready. Dude, I was not supposed to get this for a few weeks. I'm so excited. Good evening. Same day, later at night. A lot has happened since we last spoke. Where do I start? Previously, I lied to you, but it wasn't an intentional lie. I said that I was not going to Comic-Con with my children tomorrow. And that has now changed because I really wanted to take them. It just makes sense for them to go on Friday because it's going to be a lot slower of a day and my mom will be there. So I had also said how excited I was to go without kids, but like I'm very excited to go with the kids. I wanted to bring them and I was going to be really stressed all day if we didn't take them. So we're taking them, which means I just finished getting everything ready. Atticus, Winnie got their costumes yesterday. Wilder and Scott got their costumes in today. We got everything tried on. Pictures were taken. I'll put them here if you want. And we're ready to go. I had everybody take pictures today just because ideally I'd love to get some cool pictures at Comic-Con tomorrow, but we don't know what the vibes are gonna be, and so we're just gonna play it safe and do pictures so I have them. I only had to make one modification on all of their costumes, which was really good, and that was that Atticus is wearing a mask for his Squirtle costume, and it was pushing against his nose. He said his nose was uncomfortable. We have some very big sensory issues in our household, to be expected. And so given the fact that was our only issue, I was pretty happy with it. So what I did was I cut off the band on the back of his mask and I took a baseball cap. I cut off the brim of it so that it just was a normal cap without obviously the brim, and then I hot glued the mask to the baseball cap. A super easy fix. I thought I was gonna have to sew something, but that ended up working out perfectly, and he's really happy, and he's been wearing his mask on and off for the last 2 days. That's perfect. All of their outfits are set out as well as their costumes. I'm putting clothes on under their costumes if they will let me. Again, sensory issues might not happen, but that way if at any point during the day tomorrow they do not want to wear their costumes, they can go off and go in the stroller. I'm taking 2 carriers, one for Willie, one for Wilder. Wilder is 3, and so I packed an Ergo Baby carrier for him because it is the most heavy duty, and that is if he gets a little squirmy. Yeah. 3s are hard for us with that guy. 2s, you know, we were like just going through it. 3s, we're in it and it's difficult. And so in case he gets crazy and doesn't want to be in the stroller, he knows how to get out of his seat in the stroller. And in case he decides that he is going to leave, we can just strap him on Scott's back with that carrier. I told you I would show you what I'm working on for Scott, and honestly, you can't really even tell. This is interesting. This is one of those colorwork patterns where I guess you can kind of see it, but it's not, it just kind of looks like a bunch of, what is that? So I'm making him a colorwork beanie, which I've never made him a colorwork beanie before. I've only made him colorwork socks, but I really wanted to do colorwork with this yarn. This is some hand spun that I did in March, and you definitely can't see it, but this was a combo spin I did with 3 4-ounce braids, and they all had purplies in them, and purple is one of Scott's favorite colors. And then I'm just using some white yarn that I had, and this is called, I don't know, it is a colorwork hat with a D20 on it. And if you don't know, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and Scott is a lot of times our DM. So this is the D20. I'm excited to see it, and I really should show you this during the day, but I am loving how my hand spun is working up. So it'll look like that. And yeah, I've not knit colorwork in a while, and it is, other than cables, my favorite thing to knit. I'm going to listen to my audiobook and try to get a bit more of this done. I just finished tidying the house, and like I said, everything's packed for Comic-Con. Good afternoon. I am just about to fix one of Atticus's stuffed animals. He got Piplup up at Comic-Con yesterday, and it had a little suction cup string in its head, and Wilder ripped it out. So I'm just gonna take a few minutes, fix this real quick. And I thought I would just catch up with you quickly while I did. I'm just gonna do a few stitches just to get it started, and then I'm gonna try to put the suction cup string back in. So yesterday was Comic-Con, and like I was updating you previously, we ended up taking all the kids. Well,
Dad's phone number. Stroller ready this line, please. Have your bag. Any and all.
and it was quite busy. It was, I would personally say, twice as busy as it was last year, which was a bummer, but also it was nice because we definitely made the right decision to not go today. Today's Saturday. We were originally gonna go today as well, but the kids honestly just didn't really enjoy it that much. Which is like a bummer, obviously. You know, we have some neurodivergent people in this household, and they did really good, and but it definitely stressed them out quite a bit. One of them specifically, but the baby did really good all day. I wore her pretty much the entire time. She spent a tiny bit of time in the stroller, but I pretty much carried her the entire day. I got a tattoo. It's on my arm, but it's all wrapped up. So you just can't really see it. It's pretty much just a blob. I'll show you in a few days when I take it off. That is the first tattoo I have gotten in years. What's up? It doesn't hurt at all today, which is good. Usually I have a really hard time healing from tattoos. Like I get rashes, my arm swells, but it doesn't feel bad. It could be that it is such a small tattoo. All right, where did I put my skizzers? Oh, they're up high. Yeah, Julie? Julie? I hope you won't fall off the table. That would not be fun for you. In case you're wondering where everybody is, Scott is working this morning, which I will give you a whole life update on work and stuff like that soon, but Scott is working right now. Atticus and Wilder, my dad actually took them to go get their hair cut, which I am so excited about because their hair is crazy looking. And then my mom just left with Winnie to take her to see my great-grandma. I really wanted to go, but I do not have a car seat for the little lady right here with me. So we are stuck here, which is totally fine because we're now working on a Piplup who has, you know, a minor scar after his surgery. All right, Mr. Piplup has pulled through. He successfully went through surgery with only a little bit of a scar to see. It's on, oh, it's right here. Can you see just this little bit? I used a thicker thread than a traditional sewing thread. I used actually a doll making thread because I was hoping that would hold this in better, and I think it will. I'm pulling on it pretty hard, it's not pulling out. So you could just tell a little bit, but other than that, it looks pretty good, and Atticus is gonna be really excited when he comes home. George, my George, you are going to have to get out of there. Thank you kindly, good sir. Come on, fat boy. Hi! Who are you talking to? Who are you chatting with, your bestie bud? Okay, well, that's done. Dishes are done. What should we do? I don't know if you can tell, but I reorganized our bookshelves yesterday. And the reason for that is because my mom and I went to go get a bunch of books signed by Tracy Wolff. She's the author of the Crave series. And we have not read any of her books, but we both have been planning to. So we bought the entire box set, hardcovers, got them all signed. That was 6 books. Then one of mine and Scott's favorite authors, Pierce Brown, he usually goes to FanFusion. He didn't this year. I think he's just getting too cool. He doesn't need to. He started going like a decade ago and was passing his book out for free, just trying to get some people to be interested in it, and that's when Scott first got his books, and he got signed and everything. And anyways, Pierce Brown was there last year. I tried to go find him to get more books autographed, but we weren't there at the same time. Me and Pierce Brown, do you know what I mean? Like, we just missed each other. We just kept in passing. No, he wasn't there when I was there, but they had books signed from last year, so we bought a few more of the Red Rising saga signed. So we got those. Tracy Wolff was like literally so kind. I can't even tell you. She was such a sweet person. I actually met her first when I was at the little bookshop they had at FanFusion, and I was in her way. And so she was like, excuse me, and I like had to move, and I was like, oh my gosh, Scott, that was Tracy Wolff. And then I went up and I waited in line and I got my book signed by her, and she was like, me and my mom were both blown away by how kind she was. I met Rebecca Yarros last year, and she was also super, super sweet. But there was like hundreds of people waiting in line to see Rebecca Yarros, so we had like, I think 12 seconds per person with her. But with Tracy Wolf, she was like not in any rush. She would talk to the same person for like 5 minutes before she, you know, moved on to the next. She was so kind. Speaking of reading, Lily is doing that right now. What are you reading, ma'am? Really? Is it good? Oh, wow. Cool. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I had one more thing I wanted to show you. Is this zoomed in? Hi. There was a booth at FanFusion that was like a Sarah J. Maas certified retailer. And it was the nicest lady. And I went there when we first got there. And then I was like, I'm coming back. And I walked around forever and I just couldn't get her out of my head. She was so sweet, so helpful, so excited about her product. So I really wanted to support her. And she had ACOTAR and Throne of Glass and Crescent City cups. And I was going to get one of those, but honestly, this one just really spoke to me. And it's not my color. I never do black. But it was just so cute. And so it is the kind of cups that have been like engraved. This is not a sticker or anything. And it says, in my fantasy era. And it has moons and a crown and a sword and a lightning bolt and a dragon and then a book. I absolutely love this cup. It does what it needs to do.
I watched her squat on the ground and swab the laundry. And when she was done, hanging on the hook and stretched between the farmhouse and the bayou. The white small clothes shone gold in the early sun.
Hi there! It's been several days since me and you have had time to have a conversation, but I got a few things in for the coming school year. Thought I would show them to you. So, I talked about this series before. The kids and I have been reading the Never Girls series by Kiki Thorpe. And we've read through the first 6 books, and so I got the last 7. There's 13 in this series, and we're actually really enjoying it. I think it's really cute to read. And if you are familiar with the Tinkerbell movies, a lot of the same fairies are in these. And I like them. I also got a few books for lesson planning for the coming year. I've been wanting these books. I got Play the Forest Schoolway, as well as A Year of Forest School. The Forest School Adventure. So I'm going to be looking through these a lot. We just don't really have a forest near us, so this might be like the Desert School Adventure. We'll see. But I got a few anthologies for the kids. I got one that is animals. Okay, then I got one that is of just the entire universe. The mysteries of the universe. And then the last one that I got is Aquatic Life. These are really beautiful books. I got another one. I can't remember what it was about, but that one got canceled because I think it might have sold out. We've never done any talk about space, primarily because I'm a flat earther, so like, is space even real? No one can confirm or deny for me. But I just thought, just for educational purposes, they should know the planets that we allegedly have. So I got this little puzzle planet, this puzzle of planets. And that will go with the universe one that I got. A wooden geo board. And I got a new game for us, which is Monza. I don't know, Scott sent me a video on good games for kids. This was one of it, so I got it. I have a few more things coming, because I think I got another game or two. And I definitely got some more books, I believe. So I'll show you those when they come in.
Hi, I'm Winnie.
Hi, Winnie.
Hi, this is my mommy.
Okay, last night I cast on something for Winnie, and I thought I would show it to you and her. She was there when I first started it, but I got a bit done. I am knitting her the Eva cardigan by Petite Knit. This is going to be the 3rd time.
I don't know how it is yet because
Well, mine.
she started it when I was asleep too. Maybe, so I don't know how it's going, but I would like to see. Let's see. It's pretty cool right now, and I want to see it.
You see it?
Okay, yeah.
I'm just working on the yoke. Do you see
Mom,
it?
when
What?
I grow up, I'm going to be a knitting person just like you.
Are you?
Yeah.
You cute. Grab the camera, love. And I am just doing a scrappy rainbow cardigan for her, so just taking all of my leftover bits of yarn
She's pressing buttons.
from other projects and putting it into this. Okay, short update. That was chaotic.
I'm here to turn it back, so you don't have to. Lily, I would like to.
Where we're at. With the drunken sailor, what do you do with the drunken sailor? In the morning, rain.
I'll give you Oshawott if you give me Wemble Trico.
Deal. 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 Deal.
Because Trico's really close to me.
Deal.
The full is lava. Wait, what did you just give her? The full lava. The full lava. The full lava. She's supposed to give you something. The full lava. Or why don't you take these? And put some like this so there's no room.
Place that I go where nobody knows.
Now that might be easier. No. This way. We can't take Brookie to move this thing. Go! Good. Oops. Made it move.
Is it my turn?
Not yet. She hasn't moved herself yet.
Okay.
And that's going to be hard. So I'm going for Trico. That's going to be easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Easy peasy. And I can also turn it on. Have you already moved?
I'm coming right now.
No.
You dropped one.
Down the cliff.
Turtwig. Where's Turtwig? Okay.
Turtwig's right down here.
I can go here, 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 here. Got him.
You got Brookie.
I got Grookey. Alright, who else do you have? Litten. Okay. That's a good idea.
And then I can catch Litten.
And then you catch Gengar.
Yeah, but then next one I can catch Litten.
Okay, wait. And then you go this way.
I wants to see
And now
herself.
you're a lot closer.
To who?
Your turn when you to score, Bunny.
No, I need catch.
Let me help you out, okay?
I don't need help.
Oh, my bad. Why there? What's your game plan here?